Welcome to Let's Grow Therapy. Sorry it took me so long to answer this comment. Here's the thing. When it comes to ADHD, it can feel very, very challenging to find practices that help us turn inward because we have a low tolerance for sitting in the discomfort of doing something new. So when I first started meditating, it took me months to enjoy it, or months to even look forward to it, or months to even convince myself that it was the right thing for me. So when it comes to developing practices to turn inward, what I basically like to do is map it out. So map out your daily practices that you have already, whether that is I work out every single day, I always eat the same thing for lunch. Find the structures that you've naturally created if you are somebody who has ADHD. Find the structures and list them across a sheet of paper. These are all the things that I do in a day that help me feel most like myself. Then go one structure deeper. So really review your existing structures. So I work out every day, I eat this for lunch, this is the time that I schedule this, etc. And then ask yourself, how do I fine tune these so they feel more fulfilling and less like practices that I'm just trying to get through? The reason that I do that is because there's so much time in a day that if you are somebody who adheres to certain routines to make yourself feel like yourself, it can be really challenging to alter those routines to kind of find more time to carve out practices that might make us feel most like us. So if I use myself prior to turning inward, I would say I have to work out 45 minutes every single day, and then I have to eat at this time, and I have to journal, and then I have to meditate, and I have to do this. And all of those have-tos are really overwhelming, and they're not fun, and they don't make it feel like we're turning inward. It feels like I'm checking things off of a list. When I went back in and I actually reviewed my practices, I was able to say, all right, 45 minutes of a workout might feel good on certain days if I'm up for it, but sometimes it just feels grueling and I'm exhausted and I don't want to do this. Also, journaling every day. I hate it. I don't like the act of feeling beholden, like I need to write down what I'm doing every single day. So we're going to switch it up. In all of the time that I got back from adjusting my practices, one thing that kind of spoke to me was how much I needed downtime and how much I needed a space to just sit with myself. And at first that literally looked like me sitting on my phone and scrolling TikTok. What then began to happen was I craved the silence more than I craved the stimulation. And that is where I literally just introduced, I'm going to sit with me for a bit. The hardest thing about that is learning how to sit with yourself because you are waiting to feel the signal that tells you what to do next in your healing journey. When our lives are, or at least when my life was inundated with practices that kept me going, I never had time to sit with myself, nor did I ever take time to learn what my signals were for how to heal most authentically for me. The moment I learned how to sit with myself, even if it was for 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it was the moment that I started creating practices that actually helped me heal. Because intuitively something would pop up and I would go, wow, that thing that I've really been grappling with for forever on a mental standpoint, on an emotional standpoint, on a physical standpoint, my brain has just given me the answer on how I should handle it. And that space, that's the space where turning inward creates magic. It creates a whole different version of life. And I can safely tell you, I would not have the version of life that I am living right now had I not listened to those little bits of instinct when it came to learning how to heal, learning how to listen to myself, and then following through on what had naturally come up as a result of turning inward.